Whether we like it or not, AI seems to be here to stay, and people are using it to create massive amounts of content online. And this has a lot of course creators and other online entrepreneurs wondering if they might be soon out of a job. And you might be wondering this too. I mean, how can we sell online courses and other information and product when there's so much content available for free? Well, there is no denying that information marketing has changed a lot over the last year or so. The fact of the matter is that there are still plenty of digital entrepreneurs out there who are still earning millions and millions of dollars online. And what it really all comes down to is knowing what consumers currently want and need. And I think you'll agree with me that even with all that free content that's out there, we still need help with some things. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can keep making great money online over the next several years, even as we're competing with AI and all that free content that's out there. Okay, so the first tactic we're going to talk about is probably the least exciting. It's the least innovative, but it's the simplest thing that you can do right away without having to change to selling a different version of your product or a different product altogether. So in short, one of the problems that we are running into right now is simply competing with free content. So for example, why would someone want to pay for your online course about how to bake sourdough bread when there are thousands of YouTube videos about exactly that? Well, the short answer to this question is because those videos only give a snapshot of the process, but there might be a lot more involved to go from where someone is right now to where they eventually want to be, the skill that they want to master or the problem that they want to overcome. So with your online course, you're selling a complete system and a very comprehensive program for achieving that end outcome. Whereas with the free content, people are either just getting the condensed version or they're getting a random tactic. So another example would be in my business, I teach people how to build sales systems for their digital products. Well, there are plenty of free videos about how to build a sales funnel, for example, but people need to learn all the different steps of the process, from how to decide exactly what product to sell, to the tech aspects of how to put the funnel together, to messaging. That's one of the most important parts. Like, how do you communicate? What should you communicate to sell your product effectively? And then how do you get leads to sell it? So that's a really big process. It's a process that I take weeks and weeks to teach my clients and to coach them through. And there's just no way that that can be covered comprehensively in the free content. So this first tactic that we can use to keep successfully selling our digital products, even with all that free content, is simply to become better marketers and fully communicate the value that is being provided in our paid products. Because there are still plenty of people out there who want to buy your course if it is the complete system to get them where they want to go. Now, with tactic number 2, we're going to start to augment your digital product a little bit. We're going to step outside the box of simple information marketing. So the simplest form of information marketing is where you're selling an educational product. It could be a course, it could be a book, it could be an ebook, but you're just teaching people what they need to do and how to do it. You're just teaching them. Well, that's something that AI can do pretty effectively. It can create how-to content. It can even coach people, right? We can ask AI how to do something. It can tell us how to do it. It has a lot of expert level information in it. But what it can't do is it can't provide the human elements. So adding human elements into your course or digital product is a great way to differentiate yourself and increase the value of your product. We can add community elements where people can get that inspiration and that support and that accountability. You can add coaching, whether that's group coaching or one-on-one coaching. Now, at this point, we're taking the information product and we're kind of servicizing it. Sometimes people talk about productizing their service, so packaging their service up as a product, and that can make it easier to sell. But by adding service components into your digital product, it can really augment that value. Now, one concern that I know people have sometimes about adding in human elements or adding coaching, that sort of thing, is that it negates the passive income aspect of their digital product. Maybe the whole reason you want to sell digital products in the first place isn't so much because you want to teach people or you want to help people, but it's because you want a stream of passive income in your life. Well, I'm here to tell you that the income can still be passive even if you include these human elements in it, because you don't necessarily have to be the person to deliver those things. A community can be self sustaining or set up to run on autopilot. You can schedule out the discussion prompts or the posts in the community group. But perhaps even better than that is simply to delegate, to hire people to work in your business, serving your customers with these different human elements. For example, I have a team of coaches who work in my business, supporting my clients. And as a side benefit, you are creating jobs in the process. Now, we can even take this simple idea of adding services into our product a step further and not just give people accountability and coaching, but actually do some of the work for them. So, for example, in my business, as I mentioned, I teach people how to build sales funnels. Well, I don't have to just teach them how to do it themselves. I can have people who work for me build the funnels for them. At this point, I'd say we're crossing that line. No longer is this strictly an information product or even necessarily a digital product, but now it's more a service. But this is a way we can evolve our businesses to keep up with the market and make sure that we are offering products that are things that customers, the current customers in the current market, actually want and need. They might not, depending on your niche, need how to type training on how to do something, but there will always be customers who want the work done for them. And this is a great and very reliable way that you can keep your business making money long into the future. Now, for the fourth tactic, we're going to come back to the digital information product, and we're going to see a merge here between the done for you and the do it yourself, because now we're going to get really creative about how we can do some of the work for the clients, but in a really productized way. So, for example, with what I was talking about earlier, that might have been somebody on my team building the funnel for the client, but something that we've realized recently is that we can build template funnels and we can just hand the templates over to the clients, and then they can just pop all of their copy, their sales copy, the words, the emails that they write, their sales page, all of that into the template that we gave them. So we've saved them a massive amount of time because now they don't have to create all of the integrations and they don't have to connect the funnel in all these different ways. They don't have to mastermind or strategize the whole thing either. We've done all of that for them so they can just focus on creating those key pieces of content, communicating with their potential customers and their customers really well, and plugging those words into what we've already created for them. So this is a pretty new kind of digital product where it's not an information product, but it's also obviously not a physical product, but it is a tool that you can take and sell to people. And this is where I am really seeing huge opportunity in the online business space right now, because these tools can be created without knowledge of coding or with any advanced skill set at all. You know, what I was describing with that example with the sales funnels, that's something a little bit more complex. But for a much simpler example, let's say that you are a health coach and maybe you have a course related to that. Maybe your course guides people to adopt a healthier way of eating. Well, that course can be purely informational and educational, or you can add tools and resources into it. For example, done for you meal plan. This is something that people consistently buy, is ready-made meal plans complete with grocery shopping lists, right? So that's something that, like I was saying, like doesn't require any sort of advanced skill set aside from your unique expertise on that topic or niche, which is what we're typically selling with an information type of product anyway. Okay, and this leads me right into the last thing I wanted to talk about, which is to graduate from selling purely information or educational type of products and instead be selling tools or done for you resources. So maybe you don't need to sell the nutrition course at all. Maybe people just want to buy the meal plans and the shopping lists. In my case, maybe people don't want to buy a course about how to build a sales funnel. Maybe they just want to either hire my team to build the funnel for them or buy that funnel template that they can take and install onto their website. Now, you can also get much more advanced with this if you have coding skills or you know someone or hire someone who has coding skills, because another thing that consumers are actively buying and will continue to buy is applications. These could be smartphone applications, these could be web based applications. So, this could look like building a meditation app or a nutrition app or building an email marketing software or any other type of software. Now, obviously, like I said, this requires more advanced skills. And as humans, we have a tendency to kind of fixate on the last thing that we hear. Like if someone lists a series of things, we'll just remember the last one. So I don't want you to leave this video thinking that you need to create an app. You've got lots of other options. The main idea here is that we're thinking about how we can augment our learning products or educational products and help our customers get the result that they're looking for, because that's something that AI is not very good at, and in some cases, just straight up can't do. Sometimes, more than anything, our customers need a friend or accountability or community or coaching, or they want someone to just do it for them, or they need the tool that will enable them to do it. So I hope that this video gave you some things to think about, helped you see how online business is changing this year and on into the future, and how we can adjust and pivot and augment our digital products so that we can stay profitable. Now, before you go, the first thing I talked about in this video was about how we can improve our marketing skills to better communicate the value of our educational products. So I still actively sell online courses in my business that are simple online courses. So if you want to see how I am currently successfully doing that, then go to gillianperkins.com/breakdown for a 4-video screen share series where I show you how one of my highest converting sales funnels works. From start to finish, everything from the landing pages to the emails to the webinar in the funnel. Again, that's gillianperkins.com/breakdown for that free training. And then next up, you can watch this video right here where I break down exactly how much you can expect your online course to earn you. And there's a calculator in that video that can help you figure that out for yourself that you'll definitely want to check out.